Okay, so I'm here with Widowdusk. They're about to perform their set at the Haven. So, can you guys introduce your guys' selves and what you guys do in the band?
I'm Levi and I play bass.
I'm Kurt and I play drums.
I'm Jordan and I do vocals.
I'm Jace and I play guitar.
I'm Brody and I also play guitar.
No cool, man.
Okay, so how did you guys meet and how did you guys come up with the name Widowdusk? If anybody wants to.
Honestly, to this day.
Brody has the story for the name.
Oh, you do?
No, I don't. He does.
Come on, please say it. Come on, please. Please.
Fine. It's kind of a long no, I'm just kidding. There was a widow. We were at her funeral. She was mourning her husband, and then Jordan went up to her and he said, "You know, I know you're going through a lot of pain right now, but honestly, you're holding on to so much grief." It was on October 26th, by the way, the funeral. And then Jordan was like, "You're holding on to so much grief. You need to let go, okay?" And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the origin of the name.
How we all met, though.
Yeah. You answer that.
Yeah. So, how we all met. So we were all kind of friends before we started the band. I knew everyone except for I kind of followed Levi on Instagram, but I didn't really know him that much. But me and Jordan always wanted to start a band, but we just never did. And then I think one day I don't know who created the group chat, but someone created a group chat, and it was like me, Jordan, Levi, and Kurt. I knew Kurt from skating as well. And then Brody is Kurt's neighbor, and he just like showed up on the second like jam, and then he was just in the band from then on. So yeah.
Pretty much it.
Okay, so what are you guys' music inspos for like the band and stuff like that?
Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
When it comes to drums, I really like drummers like Dave Grohl, Mitch Mitchell. I was into like classic rock and like Nirvana and stuff, but I really like those styles of drumming.
Oh, actually,
And-
I have an answer now.
Yeah, now you should say.
So my inspiration to play bass in the first place, I used to be really into a fucking Rage Against the Machine, which is like the only reason I even have like the model bass I have is this. It's called a Stingray. It's like the whole reason I have one is because he played one and he was a big inspiration in my bass playing. Your turn, man.
Going into Widowdusk, I was listening to a lot of different stuff. Mostly just like generic. I was listening to Gorillaz and Red Hot Chili Peppers, pretty much.
Wait, what about what's the one band with the name?
The Aquabats.
The Aquabats.
I love the Aquabats. I love them. But once I joined Widowdusk, that's kind of what introduced me to a lot of different kinds of music that inspired me later on. So, yeah.
Most of us weren't really much of a. I never really got into like screamo or scrams or really emo music before I was even in this band. Maybe that's Drew and Brody too. He's nodding his head.
I'll let you go first.
Come on. Honestly, when we first started it, me and Jace thought we were gonna play like Midwest emo, like Marietta type stuff. But then like we went through like a punk phase. It was pretty crazy. And then now a lot of like my inspos are like a lot of like 90s scram stuff, like a bunch of like OGs like Orchid and fucking bunch of OG scram stuff.
Yeah, same, like 90s, early 2000s. Gotta say, like Seisha, I Have Dreams. I wrote haikus. I've been really into this one band called Cowboys Became Folk Heroes. They're super sick. Flowers Taped to Pens on the twinkly side of it.
And today was you.
Give the shout out.
Shout out, and today was you. Ex Flowers Taped to Pens member.
Got it. Ache in my heart, I can feel it.
Everyone asked about you also.
So, do you guys have any like song of your guys' that has a significant meaning to you guys, or like you guys enjoy playing live?
Knots is probably our favorite song to play live. It's got a lot of maybe crescendos. It's got a lot of good high energy. And I feel like those lyrics probably maybe mean more than some of the other lyrics of the other songs.
Yeah. I also feel like Knots was just kind of our, like, that's kind of what made us Scrams in a way, I guess, because yeah, it was like the first like Scram Screamo song that we wrote. Like I remember the first time we ever played Knots, we were still playing like Anthony Taylor.
Yeah, we were playing like
we were playing like a bunch of like our OG like punk stuff, and I feel like Knots is what got us to be like Scrams. So I also have like a special attachment to that song because of that, because that's like what really got me into Scrams and Screamo and all that.
It's nice and powerful too.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so this one's a little off topic, but what is your guys' music guilty pleasures?
Oh. Yes. I told someone last week this, and they said that this is something I take to the grave. I really like Crywank. Yeah, I really like Crywank.
Do you have an answer? You got one?
I don't really have an answer.
I really like Claro.
Claro's sick. Yeah, I like
Claro's
Claro as
super
well.
sick.
This is extremely embarrassing, but like Blade and Echo 2K.
I don't really tell anyone this, but Beyonce, like pop singers, Katy Perry, Mariah Carey, Michael Jackson, and just math rock. Big math rock guy.
Oh, Hella. Like Hella. Did you listen to Hella?
Never heard of Hella.
What?
Come on, off top.
The fuck?
Y'all check him out.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's on topic.
That's the fullback.
Okay, so when you guys play at shows, what do you guys like to see in the audience? Like, what do you like to see people do and stuff like that when you guys are playing?
It's like crazy to me and super cool when like people are like screaming our lyrics with me and like getting really close. It's like always so much more intimate, and it's like, I don't know, that's like the best feeling to me in the world.
I kind of have the same answer. Like, I like when people go in the mic and just like scream the lyrics with Jordan. I think that's so sick. Yeah.
I really like it when people laugh at me when I'm being silly. like when I go in the mic and I'm like, thanks for coming to our show. And then everyone laughs. That's pretty cool. So yeah.
I guess kind of like, I just like to see everybody having a good time, singing the lyrics as well, bang their heads, moving around, as well as just really displaying that they're into it. Yeah.
Did you say yours?
No, I didn't say
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
I really like when people scream the lyrics to our songs too. But I also like to see people mosh. Like, I mean, I've been to a couple of shows where people like full on assaulted each other in our fucking pits, and it's crazy to see that shit. It is annoying sometimes, because sometimes like last night we'll get like pushed into our fucking amps and shit.
Yeah.
But I just think it's really cool to see people give off energy like that, because it kind of gives me energy in my playing, because I hate to be that kind of guy that just like stands there and doesn't really does anything. So yeah, I really like to see like that type of shit like that.
Okay, so do you guys have a show that was like your like top like favorite show you guys ever played at?
Our favorite one is our show in Rancho. I don't know the date. You remember the date?
I don't remember the
It was like the
date.
26th or something. It was like so fun. We played like Nothing Left by Casket, and like we had all of our friends there. We played like some old Grey covers. It was
the first time we played Holding On.
yeah.
It's on YouTube.
That was so fun. That was probably my
That was
favorite
really
show.
fun.
That and Rapid. We played at Rapid, and that was like so fun.
I would say Rapid was probably my favorite show. It was like the first ever show that really introduced us to playing with Namirs and Versus Self, which they're basically the reason why we're probably still playing shows. So they're awesome. And it was just a good day and a good show.
Playing the EP EP songs too.
Yeah, the first time playing songs off the EP before the EP was even out. So that would probably be my favorite.
I really liked to play in the Red Brontosaurus record store because it was really small, and there was. It's just a cool feeling to just play in like a tiny record store, and I guess there's nothing else to
Shout
do.
out to the owners. They gave me a discount.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
And Rapid
Yeah.
and Rancho, the same shows as them.
I'm gonna have to agree with pretty much everyone else on the Rancho and the Rapid show. I'm gonna say my favorite though out of those two, like if I had a gun to my head, I'm gonna say Rapid, because that was also my first introductory to like Numb Ears and Versus Self, which are now like two of my favorite bands, and I love playing with them. So I'm gonna have to say Rapid is my favorite show of all time that we've ever played.
Okay, so we're getting a little bit closer to the ending of our interview. We still have a few more questions, but I do have a gift for you guys.
That's going in the jam room.
Definitely.
That is
Badass. Yeah, bro, it has to.
Jordan likes to put up stuffed animals when we play, so we're gonna be putting this one up whenever we play shows.
Tonight.
But yeah. But I hope you guys enjoy it. Please take care of it.
Lovely gift.
Name it. It's your guys' newest member. So back to the interview. So this one's for the vocalists, or the ones that do like most of the vocals. How do you prep your voice for shows and stuff like that? Because I know like screaming can like really strain your voice sometimes if you don't know how to do it correctly. So I'm just wondering if like you had any techniques or like how you prepare yourself.
I get this question kind of often, and I always feel so shitty because I literally have like no tips or like no clue on how I don't hurt my voice. Like when we first started, my voice was kind of like, it would hurt kind of often, but now I just like, I literally don't know why. It literally just doesn't hurt anymore. And just like, I think I just maybe killed my voice, and now it's just numb to the pain. Maybe in like 50 years I'll be like mute or something, but fuck. I have no tips. I'm sorry.
If you guys were to tour somewhere or like just do a show somewhere, where would you guys want to do it, and who would you guys want on the bill?
Honestly, I think it would be cool to do a tour that like starts on the West Coast. We go to like San Francisco, maybe Portland, maybe Seattle, some shit like that, and then fly to the East Coast and then play a bunch of cities over there. Because I've always wanted to do an East Coast tour. I've never like been anywhere like besides like over here on this side of the country, so I think that'd just be cool to like have an East Coast tour.
Yeah. Similar answers to that. I would really want to play in San Francisco. I'd want to play in maybe Washington and Oregon, as well as like New York, and I would want to play with Party Hats, definitely Party Hats, Catalyst, Versus Self, Numb Ears, and us. I feel like that'd be like the ultimate Scrams lineup.
Yeah.
I know it's like pretty random, but I feel like if we like got like a show in like Canada with like us and like Numb Ears, Versus Self, like we all just toured there together, Party Hats, Catalyst, just like those 5 bands, just like in Canada for some reason, that'd be so sick.
Yeah, literally anywhere with that lineup you just said.
Yeah.
That lineup would be so awesome. But I'm just gonna say New York. New York.
I have to agree with the lineup, but I would really think it'd be cool to play shows in Jersey, New York. I really want to go to Georgia. I really want to play a show in Georgia. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So after a long night of like a show, what do you guys like to do after? Do you guys do something together, or do you guys just like go home and hit the hay?
Saved it. Okay. Usually we kind of split up, honestly. Like me and Jace kind of stay together after the shows, but they kind of split up. But usually what we do, we usually like get pizza, get food, some sort of food, Tams, anywhere to eat. And then we have this ritual after a show where we get our friends and we get a gallon of milk and we have to chug the milk in like under an hour or something. Yeah, we actually do. There's like videos everywhere, and it's like we always barf. Like none of us survive.
No one's completed it
But
successfully.
once the person completes it, it's gonna be like the greatest feeling.
It is. It's gonna be so good. That shit.
Call it guys' night.
My after show ritual once I get home is have a really nice bubble bath. And then I'll watch some Clarence and just drift off into sleep. I don't really do anything after shows. So yeah.
Yeah, very nice. I pretty much just similar stuff. Either shower or get a bowl of Fruity Pebbles and then watch a regular show or just do nothing, go to sleep. Fine.
Honestly, sometimes after shows, I'll just go home and I'll smoke weed and watch Breaking Bad and eat like tacos or something and then just go to sleep. It's pretty awesome.
What's your guys' end goal for Widowdusk?
We created a band bucket list because for no reason, just things we want to do before, if we were to end the band, just things we want to make sure we've gotten done before we end it. And we want to play an out-of-state show. We want to be able to play our dream lineup with Versus Self, Namirs, Catalyst, Party Hats, and we're gonna try to release at least like one more album of just like everything, old stuff, new stuff. Yeah, remaster everything, just make like a totally awesome collection of songs, release it, and then disappear into yeah, and then 10 years we'll do a reunion and it'll be awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys kind of talked about it right now, but what is your guys' upcoming projects? Do you guys plan on releasing anything?
Make like another EP if we can't find another band to do a split.
Yeah, we're working on a split right now with Judge My Heart. We each have 2 songs and then we have like a split song together. We're working on that. What about like other projects? Like
Back Before Streetlights.
yeah, me and Jace have like an acoustic thing called Back Before Streetlights. Solo stuff. Solo stuff.
Yeah. I've been working on some acoustic songs that I've just been writing throughout the time span of like a couple years up to now. Still writing it and just writing new songs, and I hope to release that sometime soon.
I know everyone kind of knows me as that guy that only plays bass, but I've been playing a lot of acoustic guitar lately, and I kind of want to maybe do a solo project too after this band ends, whenever that may be, and I have nothing else to do. And I'm also currently trying to join a new band called Seat of My Reasonable Doubt. We're going to be like an emo violence band, so yeah, that's what I have going on currently.
Probably just I might drum for some other bands if I like the guys, but I do have I'm working on a lot of solo songs, and I want it to be experimental with no really rules or anything like that. Kind of just I really like to mix I kind of want it to be like math rock but have jazzy elements or like really melodic stuff, as well as like hardcore metal, like in the same song. So I would really want to flesh that out when I have the spare time.
Okay, so is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
It's like a couple bands I want to shout out. This one, I already shouted them out earlier, and today was you. He's an ex-Flowers Tape the Pans member. It's like a solo project, but it's really good, and it doesn't get enough hype for what it is. And some other bands. Her Love Beheads Daisies from Texas. So good. I just got their tape. It's really good. Yeah, obviously, shout out to Numb Ears and Versus Self. We a long time ago, we hit him up for a show. We wouldn't be here without them, honestly. Kyle helped us out so much. Matt, Frankie, Dante, so helpful. Always providing us with equipment and stuff. Being so
recording us.
Yeah, Kyle recorded us, made tapes for us. They've been a great help. You guys got anything?
Oh, shout out to Aren't We Amphibians?
Yes.
They're super sick. We just saw them play. They're so good. Yeah, shout out to them.
Any more?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to So Concerned. We haven't played with them in a long time, and I haven't really seen any of them in a long time, but they released an album not too long ago called A Handful of Recipes for Sorrow, and I think they're extremely underrated, and they deserve a lot more attention. So, yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to them.
Is that all? Anybody want to say anything else? Okay. Well, that concludes our interview with Widowdusk. Do you guys know when your guys' next show is going to be? Do you guys have anything planned?
March 31st.
Oh, yeah, March 31st.
With Mexican Slum Rats.
March 31st with Mexican Slum Rats.
It's sold out.
Oh, it's sold out. Okay, so what's the next one?
April 8th at my house again. We played there last night in Victorville. Yeah, it was in my garage, and it was hectic, but it was so fun. Everyone was just enjoying themselves. There was no rules or anything. It was such a good show, good energy. That's April 8th. And May 20th, we're playing with Catalyst and Numb Ears and Versus Self in Apple Valley, and that's gonna be crazy. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for tuning in to Scream Kills interviews. This is Widowdusk.